Welcome to the living world of darkness. This is a changeling holiday, but it's a scene where anybody can come into. Vampires probably don't want to come into the scene. It is a celebration of the sun, and as such is always held during the dawn, but I'm getting ahead of myself because this is Lughnasadh? People?
Why not?
Close enough.
Oh, fucking God. Okay, how is it pronounced?
How'd you spell it again?
Okay, you know what? It's that holiday.
Lughnasadh. Yeah, Lughnasadh.
Yes,
That's
yes,
it.
Lughnasadh. Okay, it's a high summer holiday
Bloody
introduced
Irish
to
words.
celebrate the bloody Irish god Lugh. Lord of the Sun and Master of the Spear. Lugh was also considered the patron of skilled endeavour, so Boggans love this shit. This festival is celebrated with competitions that allow for skill to be displayed, archery, spear throwing, and any other martial disciplines that rely more on skill than strength are put to the test. The masters of the skill test, however, are the artisans, again, the Boggans, cooking, baking, weaving, crafting, painting. This is a time for the skillful to shine, and the festival has strong commoner participation. Nockers and Boggans prepare pretty diligently for it, dreaming of victory over their neighbours. The high point of the celebration is the summer market. That is officially declared open during Lughnasadh, and where every imaginable ware is available for trade. Yes, every imaginable ware. Many Fae travel to other cities and domains to visit their summer markets and sell their own wares. When I say Fae, any creature of the dreaming. All right, so has everybody had a chance to look over what I wrote about this town?
It's too long, I just didn't read it.
Wait, you wrote something about this town? You wrote something about this town? Like,
I thought
no,
by
that is
accident.
just utter trolling.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just didn't read it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I just saw the link and entered, I'm sorry.
The look
Judging
the look
y'all.
on Sarah's face. The look on Sarah's face says it all.
I spent some time.
I know.
I read it.
All right. Oh, okay. Okay, then, Xander, you get first pick of where you want to go.
Well, I'm not sure actually. I'm just gonna go browse the market area. I'm
Okay.
looking for some bow and arrow stuff.
Okay, so this is a very... When you get to the island, as it says, when you... in the beginning, in the real world and so forth, it looks like a normal island. As you start to progress across it, your thoughts of why is this island suddenly here start to go away, even if you are Cathane. It makes a lot more sense. Of course, you've heard about this island. Wasn't this island always here? You get further into it, and you actually cannot tell the difference between the near-dreaming chimerical reality and the gray world, for that matter. You finally get to the large clearing, which is the summer market, and this is on the big lawn in front of all the other different buildings, because there are several towns on this island. You get there, and you'll see that there are tents pitched everywhere. There's a lot of good smells coming out of the air. There's a pork roast going on. There's a fry-up. Further down, you can smell bread, and there's flowers and perfume in the air, and there's a lot of stuff going on. You will see people making things. You'll hear money clanking, and what you will see is pretty much something that looks out of Jim Henson's Creature Workshop. Everybody is here, and it's just a mass and a tangle of everybody. One of the few places where you don't see a lot of dreamers and cananes mixed into things. So, you want to go and pick up a bow?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at the wares and see what's going on.
Okay. You will see that there's some Boggans that are talking about how they could improve a bow, and you will see that the irate knocker who made it is getting quite upset at them. How further and further he gets away from the English language as his profanities get more knockerish. And the Boggans, from their point of view, there's more of them, and they're just trying to help, right? So, anyways, you get you get there, and you will see that there's a small, pudgy Boggan childling that's sitting there, kind of watching the whole argument and just eating and so forth. And he goes, "What's up?"
Actually, I'm just looking to maybe purchase a bow.
The little kid goes, "Oh, I can make a better bow."
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He raises an eyebrow.
And the little kid looks over to the knocker that's still like squabbling with the Boggans. "Yeah, come with me." And he hops off the table and takes her hand and begins to make his way down the market. It's a kaleidoscope of colors and wares and so forth as you go through, and further, you will see that he goes to a smaller tent where there's a bunch of Boggan children. And they seem to have actually just put up their own tent here. There doesn't seem to be any grown-ups around.
Okay.
And the little kid will be like, "So if I make you a bow, will you get me candy?"
Okay. You're going to make me a bow in exchange for candy.
The other Boggans look at each other and they go, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, good thinking. Yeah, candy, they all say.
You know what? I'm amused at this point, so I'm like, okay, I will get you candy if you can make me a quality bow.
"Oh, it'll be the best," they all say. They're all very happy with themselves.
All right, I'm having fun with this. So I will say, okay, I will be back with your candy.
Okay. So you go out in search of candy.
Yes.
All right. If anybody else coming to the island?
Yeah, I'm gone.
All right. So did you read the write-up?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Then where are you coming from?
I'm coming essentially through, I believe it's pronounced Teverton. Am I saying that right?
Tintagel?
Yeah.
Ah, Tintagel Keep. On a cliff overlooking a bay stands Tintagel Keep, home to the Duke Aubrey. Tintagel is one of the first stops for adventurous types. The Duke is welcoming, but always insists on being told a good story. He's a font of knowledge, but like everyone else on the island, he has no idea why it's there or how it came to be. So you come to the keep, and what? Do you want to speak to the Duke? Do you want to look around?
I'll speak to the Duke.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll speak to the Duke. I'm going to regale him about tales about mermaids. And about
You will see that he is deep in conversation with a satyr that looks maybe a little bit younger than him, and the satyr is telling him all about. You're not quite sure, but he seems really invested in it. As you get a little bit near, the Duke is like, "I don't understand what's the point if you don't actually touch the person." And the satyr is like, No, but it builds up, and then at the very end, it's amazing. And the Duke goes, "For how long?" And the satyr goes, "Well, it can take hours and sometimes more than a day." And the Duke goes, "Really? And you still want to have sex after all that?" And the satyr's like, "Yeah, actually, quite a few of us. It's called tantric sex." And the Duke is like, okay. Anyways, he sees a fellow she approaching, and he goes, "You're the new count."
Yes.
Yes, I've heard about you. Larry's was talking about you.
I want to tell you a story. You have time?
Yes, I do. And then he whispers something to the satyr. Satyr gives him a thumbs up and prances away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's your story?
What have you heard about mermaids? Because I've actually seen mermaids, and my oh my, they are some of the most fierce warriors I've ever seen. Very matriarchal.
I've heard that males don't exist.
They totally exist. Most of them are extremely horny half of the time.
I've heard that. Oh, wait, the males are extremely horny?
Oh, females.
Wait a minute, you're the one that's married to a mermaid. Tell
I'm
me
not.
about that.
She is not a mermaid. Difference
Um,
between a mermaid and a selkie is a mermaid. They live in a very idol-like society, and selkies are more inclined to accept males as equal people or equal standing.
so are you an equal?
Think of it like a seal pooper, but think of it that way. It's easy. There's a big
Okay.
block of checks on that screen.
And the dude kind of scratches his head, and he goes, fascinating. I'd love to meet the Silky you married at some point.
Well, she's a home. She's expecting in 3 weeks.
Yes! Actually, she's going to give birth to a she. I heard about that. Here,
She-
let me give you something for the baby.
Thank you.
Actually, it's not. It's sort of for the baby. And then he calls that satyr over again, the one that was just leaving after telling him exactly what tantric sex was all about, and starts negotiating and stuff. And the satyr is really happy and so forth. And they talk a little bit, and after some nodding, the Duke turns and says, "You
He's
come
having-
from Sea Spray."
Yes, she's having twins, by the way.
Oh, twins. Well, in that case,
One she and another one a selfie.
they're. Oh.
Mind blown, isn't it? Apparently it happened.
It's very rare.
Apparently.
Okay. Well, here is some beer. As soon as she has the children, I want her to drink all of it.
I think she'll want to, actually.
And he smiles, and you see a big carriage coming up, drawn by a horse that keeps on turning different colors. But you'll see that there's massive amounts of casks of beer on top of it, and a fat little boggin that looks almost exactly like Friar Tuck is driving it.
Mhm.
And Austin, you can go by the Dreaming, or you can go by the Grey World.
Okay, dreaming travel options.
Okay.
They're both.
Definitely, because there's a lot of water around the island. You will see that there is a trod from Taranar to there for this holiday.
I am looking for, before I venture off and take the bill, I'm looking for the weaving and painting competition.
Okay. That actually happens at Tiverton. It's the Boggin Village there.
Actually, directions to Tiverton from here.
Okay. And while that's going on, where is Mogram?
The lake. I use the lake option.
Okay.
Ladies' lake.
Okay. The Ladies' Lake. Every now and then, a visitor to the Island of Mist reports seeing a calm, still body of water with a thin layer of fog resting over its surface. This is within the island, and you somehow were lucky enough to find it. It's a bit like if you're at Loch Ness and you're staring at the water, you came all that way for the vacation, and you're kind of desperately hoping that you see something. Every dark little wave might be something. But you stare and stare and stare, and after what feels like many hours, things go dark around you.
Oh. He's just
And-
okay.
A glowing orb comes down. It looks like the sun. But when it comes over you, it rotates around and looks like the moon. And then you feel like you are on the surface of the moon. You know that you're not actually there.
He just like takes a deep breath and like he's new to this stuff. He's like, oh, weird. But yeah, he enjoys. He starts
Okay.
to walk.
There are people there on the moon.
What kind of people?
They're humans, but they're not wearing spacesuits.
Oh. Can he breathe as well? He's just like.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you can breathe. The
what
humans
do
can breathe.
What the humans are doing?
They're mining the moon. And they're not mining it for rocks or minerals or anything. You can see very clearly that they're mining it for glamour.
Oh. He looks down and then looks at the humans. He remembers somebody told him that something about the moon isn't something about the glamour, but he just doesn't remember what. So he will go near the humans and just say, "Can I ask what are you guys doing?"
One of them spins around and shoots you in the face.
Does what?
Shoots you in the face.
Oh, okay.
When you come to, you're under the water.
Shit.
This
He
would
just tries
be the second time this week that you wake up underwater.
Yeah.
Wow.
Does Astria see this happening? Because he's just kind of strolling around, very carefree.
No, you're not actually sure where he went.
Okay.
He tries to go towards the surface.
Okay, you're able to get to the surface, and you emerge on the soggy, marshy area, just heaving, trying to get some air, and that's when you see Austria. Because there's no lake behind you anymore.
He just says one thing and like, "Motherfucker, shoot me in the face!"
The fuck are you talking about?
Like I went to space, like the moon, and there were some guys mining for glamour, and then like I told him, "What are you guys doing?" And then it was like, bam! I just wake up in the water second time this week.
Oh, maybe it
Isn't
was a
that-
flashback to right after the shattering ended.
Is it another awesome mission that we need to do, or this is the normal stuff?
I think you saw what may have been the past, but I'm not entirely sure.
Ironborn, Arthur King Jr.
Arthur, for his part, probably will be in Tiverton, because
Something feels weird about your clothes. They feel very heavy. There's a lot of stuff in your pockets all of a sudden, any pockets that you might have.
Oh God. And he'll just start to like pat down his pockets just to make sure that what's inside of them.
As you start to take it out, there's candy everywhere. Just exploding out of your pockets. The more you take out of your pockets, the more they fill back up with candy.
Oh God. Oh, see, thank you very much.
Hey, I thought about making it sticky.
Oh no!
I'm thankful that you didn't make it the other thing.
It'd be really
Yes.
cool to have fire ants.
Yes,
going after
Arthur probably takes out a like a couple of curler willies and a Snickers bar, and he's like, goodness gracious me! Are a changeling, I would be enjoying this. Wait a second. No, I'd get arrested. So he's from. Well, you're saying?
I was actually just wondering, where is Nyx in all this?
Nyx is at the edge of dark woods looking to collect some poisonous herbs.
Yeah, you can find him.
Of course.
He's not going all the way in the woods, he's staying at the edge. Because he likes scary places, but,
Tell me what poisonous herbs you're looking for.
Hensbane, mistletoe, red caps, not the the actual mushroom. He's also looking for hallucinogenics.
What sort of hallucinogenics?
Yeah, I got patrons.
Okay, sure.
How much
You
loot
find
did
them.
you? Sorry.
It is going to take you either a point of temporary glamour or 2 units of dross for each one.
For each one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got some. I actually got some permanent dross for me, but
Okay.
I guess I'll spend temporary glamour, crack some dross.
Okay.
By dross,
If
I
you're
mean I
going to
got
do...
dragon. By dross, I mean I got chimera claws behind me.
Okay, cool. If you're going to do that, you have to blue book it.
Yep.
And I guess by this point, Arthur probably has like a pile of candy by him.
Yes, he's probably. I'd say that the OCD probably kicks in. He probably tries to separate the love hearts from the Mars bars and everything like that. Probably sets it into sugary, well, all of it's sugary stuff. Or everything with it, which is technically a cake, will get put into one section. Everything that is technically a bar.
Chocolate, non-chocolate.
Yes, but eventually gets to a point where he just completely gives up. He's like, oh, goodness gracious me. And he tried to like maneuver his way through like the whole stacks of them, perhaps, and yeah, starts trying to, well, probably walking off with like this little trail coming from his pockets. Yes, and,
Okay.
tries to look at what exactly, what kind of stores are around Tiverton, because you know.
Okay.
And who knows? Maybe they'll take candy. Yeah, would you mind me staying here for a few more minutes? I'll probably have enough then.
You will find. You're trying to find stores in Tiverton?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a Boggin Haven. So if it has to do with like crafting basic things, you will be able to find it there. Crafting basic things very well. How is Austria doing?
She's okay for right now. She kind of feels like a fish out of water at the moment. Because at this point everyone kind of knows her heritage, and she's kind of in an old English town now. So she's just like, yeah, this is nice. She is trying, just to see if it happens, she's trying to find a type of weapon called an assegai. It is a spear that was used in like North Africa and the Middle East, and she is curious if there is one boggin or knocker or something that has one of those.
You don't have any issue lore. So you will see a stall that has, because really everything is supposed to be here. This is like Novgorod, which is a Eastern European fair that happens in Changeling that's similar. Everything's supposed to be here, and you will find that there's all these cages that are holding these beings of fire that dance around in there. And at the very back, you are going to see something that looks like an issue, but definitely isn't. And that person is going to catch your eye. Can I help you?
Oh, hi. I was wondering if you had any kind of weapon called an assegai here?
I do. I don't have many people looking for that.
Yeah, it's just weapons from that area tend to be what I'm really good at, so, yeah.
All right, then. And he takes out a very long case made out of cedar and opens it up, and in there is an assegai. Very carefully laid out. You'll see that there's some inscription going across it. What do you want this for?
Mostly because I want to try and get in touch with my heritage a little more.
You can have this if you feed my Ifrits. And he points to the beings that are in the cages.
That's what those are. Nice. How would I feed them?
With glamour.
Like, oh, okay. Just gonna. How many Ifrits are there?
6.
6? Okay.
Mhm.
She'll whip out some temporary draws. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. I hope it's that easy, of course.
It's you're breaking the dross, correct?
Yeah, this is the temporary draws.
All right.
Every time she spends one, she breaks one to get one back. Instead of being like, here's 6 at once. I don't want to go crazy.
Every time you feed them, your fingers are singed. But the weapon is yours.
Sweet.
As soon as you take it, though, if you look up after looking at the weapon, the stand is gone.
Oh, no bueno.
Oh boy.
No bueno.
Yay.
Probably gonna
And,
do a
like,
real
where
quick
the
perception.
end-
Probably gonna do a real quick perception kitting on this thing.
Los me fret.
With 2 successes.
It has a curse on it.
Cinch fingers. First of the cinch fingers.
Crap baskets. She's just looking down, all sad now. Can I identify possibly what the curse is, or do I just know that it's cursed?
1 second. No, you can't at this point. You would need to spend a little bit of time because you're just not as familiar with that part of the world as you want to be. You're getting
Alright.
there. You're getting there, but
Somebody's gonna go physical.
requires research. Okay. By the way, Valerius has had it explained to him that all of this is to encourage the health of the mother after she has the children. There's a lot of mythology behind, or a lot of lore, I suppose, behind like mothers drinking beer and barley and hops and so forth. It's all supposed to be very healthy. Since the 60s, it's actually been proven that a little bit of that might be right, but that's why you have so much beer now. Esteban, where is he?
In the Knocker village, most likely. Yeah.
What's Esteban looking for? What's he doing?
Oh, he's just looking at various people's crafts and arts, and he brought like a little trolley with like some odds and ends to trade people for like. He has a lot of metals because he does lots of mining, but he doesn't have so much fabrics and some woodworks or whatnot. So he's trading bits and bobs here and there and just looking at people's work and. If anyone asks him about anything that he makes, he'd be glad to hook them up with, a little flyer about his shop and tell them about it and whatnot.
He is going to come across a bookstore down there when he's giving out all the little flyers.
Oh well.
And it's a Knocker bookstore. I'm not sure if you've ever seen anything like that before.
He knows William.
Yeah. I'll go into the bookstore. It's always good to see various writings about certain stuff, so he'll go into a bookstore, sure.
Okay. You will find that it is far more abused than Williams is, and I don't mean like in terms of use and stuff. I mean like some pissed off knockers have been in here before, a couple times.
Oh.
You will get there and you will find that all the books are on crafts. None are on heritage or history or anything. It's solely on making crafts. And you will see actually that there's lists and lists and lists of treasures in these books.
Oh, is this like the suppository for the treasures that have been made for other people by like a group of people, like the Toy Makers Guild, or this particular knocker? I'll ask.
That knocker is going to tell you that no, these books are really, really old. Not sure where they're from, but they've all got lists of these different treasures. And they don't belong to any sort of guild. They're barely in English. Sorry. The font is some of that screwy, like S's are F's and F's are S's sometimes, and there's E's on way too many words there. All right, so you have access to those books to look through. You could buy one of them if you're interested. I will also say that Sir William, is he around this area?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah.
He is. He's looking at the books not so much for what's in them, but their construction.
Okay. Their construction was nice at one point.
Okay.
It's like you have to admire that it was put together sturdily. It just has not been cared for.
I gotcha.
All right, so I guess I'll pick up some on blacksmithing and metal crafts, and because those are crafts, and then I'll take 2 of these list books. Who knows? Maybe I can look into them a little bit, see what's up with them. I always enjoy a good craft.
Okay. The books on blacksmithing and so forth, and crafting in general, given how you craft now,
Yeah.
they're probably more useful if you want to teach somebody what you do, and would lower the time spent like role-playing that out. However, those lists mean that they give you access to every level 1 treasure that a Cathane could access. You know the basics of how to make it now.
Oh, okay. I definitely like that.
Hey.
So what? He gets automatic max design rolls on it?
No, it means he doesn't have to do the design. He already has the concept.
Okay.
He's got it all fleshed out.
Well, those will both help because I have apprentices, so helping to teach them how to make stuff and whatnot. That's why they joined on with me, and I pay them. So yeah, I will definitely purchase these books.
Oh,
Exactly.
buddy, how much you want for these?
At that point, the knocker just kind of looks at him and goes, you can have them.
All right. Thanks. That's awesome.
And he pulls out a permanent dross and puts it in his hands.
Fuck off! I said you can have them.
Yep.
You said take the bourbon books.
And I'm taking them.
Youngins never listen. And he just slams the little bit of dross at you and basically chases you out of his store.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna try and sell to this guy, the guy who owns the shop.
Okay. Okay. Now, you approach there. However, guys, at this point, I'm going to say that the mists were very cruel to you. You find yourself waking up wherever you started from on this journey. In the chimerical reality, you can see what you have. You can see your book and your lists. Austin, you can see that Sir William actually has quite a few illicit drugs on him, and he's not quite sure why. Valerius has all the beer.
I'll take him.
Lex, for his part...
Not actively take them, but continue to keep them in my possession.
Lex has a bag full of teeth.
He's just looking at the bag. What the fuck?
It's actually very good that Arthur was able to get out of there, because he will emerge barely gasping for air in a chimerical reality because he is so covered with candy.
Oh. And here I was about to go up to one of those nearest stalls and ask them what could I get for 6 lion bars and a packet of chocolate eclairs.
Well, you have the dreamy equivalent of those, which is actually kind of rare. So
Really?
you have a little kid's dream. I will say that Xander is going to have his bow. It's actually 3 times the size that he is.
This is a troll bow.
I know, right?
So he's got one of those
His wall decoration was
longbows.
You're not sure what happened, but the bow is massively oversized.
Yeah, okay,
That's what
well
you
then.
get for going to
I'm just gonna roll perception keening because Lex is actually curious on how the freak did he get this bag of teeth and what are why are they in his possession?
Okay. And Australia is going to have a suit made all of feathers, and all her clothes are gone aside from the feather suit.
Oh god.
Um,
Primal 2 makes a set of rock clothes.
Supplies!
you're very lucky. I thought about giving you a feather thong.
That would have been awesome.
no.
You should have done that. That would have been hilarious.
No, I didn't want to. You just look like Big Bird right now.
Okay. Does she still have the cursed spear?
Yeah, absolutely. That's yours.
Does she remember that it is a cursed spear?
Yeah, she does. Because
She's like-
everything I told you guys before, you all have access to those memories. The stuff I'm jumping to now, something happened in between.
Okay.
Lex, you know that you, for some reason, the mist got the better of you. You got too deep into it or something? You're not getting access to those memories. You are able to put together that as you got deeper into the island, the lines between chimerical reality, the near dreaming, the banal world, and so forth, they got blurred. So maybe you just got too deep into the island, is what he gets. For everybody else, I will be doing these screwy little hangouts throughout the month. So this isn't the last time you will see the summer market.
Oh, lovely.